everything that went wrong actually saved you. I know that's hard to accept right now. Because when something falls apart in your life, it doesn't feel like protection, it feels like loss. It feels like confusion. It feels like you did everything right, and somehow it still didn't work out. That opportunity you really wanted, the one you prayed for, worked for, imagined your future around, it slipped away. And you've been asking yourself why ever since. That person you trusted, the one you thought would stay, they walked away like it was nothing. And now you're left questioning your worth, your decisions, even your direction. That plan you built so carefully, step by step, it collapsed in a way you never saw coming. But what if you're only seeing half the picture? Because in the moment, it looks like everything is going wrong. What you don't see are the things that could have gone worse, the doors that didn't open, because they weren't meant for you, the situations you were being quietly pulled away from before they could break you even more. Sometimes rejection is not rejection, it's redirection. Sometimes the thing you're crying over today is the very thing that would have caused your downfall tomorrow. You just don't have the full story yet. Think about it. How many times in your life did something not work out, and later you realized, thank God it didn't. At the time, you were hurt. At the time, you didn't understand. But looking back now, you can see it clearly. If that had worked, you wouldn't be where you are today. And maybe right now, you're in that same moment again. You're standing in confusion, thinking you've lost something important, when in reality, you've been saved from something you couldn't see. Because not everything that looks good is good for you. Not every opportunity is aligned with your purpose. Not every person is meant to stay in your life forever. Some things are only meant to pass through, to teach you, to shape you, to prepare you, and then leave. And when they leave, it hurts. Of course it does. You're human. But pain doesn't always mean something is wrong. Sometimes pain is just the feeling of something being removed that no longer belongs in your future. You're not being punished. You're being positioned, even if it doesn't make sense right now, even if it feels unfair, even if you're tired of starting over. There is a bigger picture being built behind the scenes that you can't fully see yet. So instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Start asking, what is this protecting me from? Because one day you're going to look back at this exact moment and realize nothing went wrong. It all went exactly the way it needed to, and it saved you. And maybe that realization, that nothing actually went wrong, is the first step into understanding where you are right now. Because this feeling you have, this uncertainty, this confusion, this sense of being completely lost, it's not a dead end. It's a beginning, but not the kind that feels exciting, not the kind that comes with clarity and confidence. No, this kind of beginning feels uncomfortable. It feels like everything familiar has been taken away, and you're standing in a space that doesn't make sense anymore. And that's exactly why it matters. Because transformation doesn't start when everything is clear. It starts when everything is unclear, when the old version of your life no longer fits, the new one hasn't fully appeared yet. You're in between who you used to be and who you're becoming. And that space, it feels heavy, feels uncertain, it makes you question everything. But what you don't realize is, this is where the real change happens. Because you can't grow and stay comfortable at the same time. You can't step into a new life while holding on to the old one. Something has to shift. Something has to break. Something has to push you out of what you've known, even if you weren't ready to leave it yet. And that's what this moment is doing to you. Stretching you. It's forcing you to see things differently, to think differently, to become someone stronger than you've ever been before, even if it doesn't feel like strength right now. Right now, it might feel like you're falling apart. Sometimes falling apart is just the process of breaking down everything that no longer serves you. The beliefs that kept you small, the habits that kept you stuck, the comfort zones that kept you from growing. All of it has to go. Not because you're failing, but because you're evolving. And evolution is never easy. It doesn't come with instructions. It doesn't come with guarantees. It doesn't even come with immediate results. It comes with doubt. It comes with fear. It comes with moments where you sit there and wonder if you're going in the right direction, or if you've completely lost your way. But what if this is the right way? Feeling lost is actually a sign that you're no longer following the path that was too small for you. Because the truth is, people who never feel lost are usually the ones who never grow. They stay where it's safe. They stay where it's predictable. They stay where nothing changes. But you've been pushed out of that, not to destroy you, but to transform you. So if you feel uncomfortable right now, if you feel uncertain, if you feel like nothing makes sense anymore, good. Because that means you're no longer stuck. That means something inside you is shifting. That means you're being prepared for a version of your life that requires more from you and has more for you. You're not falling behind. You're breaking through, even if it doesn't look like it yet. And that breakthrough, it often doesn't arrive gently. Sometimes it comes in the form of things falling apart all at once. Things you thought were stable suddenly aren't. Things you believed in start to crumble. And the life you were trying to hold together begins to slip through your hands no matter how tightly you grip it. And the first instinct is to panic, to try harder, to fix everything, to hold on even tighter to what's already breaking, because letting go feels like losing. But what if holding on is what's actually hurting you? The reason it feels so heavy, so exhausting, is because deep down, you're trying to carry something that no longer belongs in your life. Everything that once made sense is meant to last forever. Some things come into your life for a season, not a lifetime. And when that season ends, life has a way of removing it even if you're not ready. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because you can't step into something greater while you're still clinging to something smaller. You can't receive what's meant for your future if your hands are full of the past. And that's the part no one talks about. The space in between. The space where something has left but nothing has arrived yet. That empty space feels uncomfortable. It feels quiet. It feels uncertain. But it's not meaningless. It's making room. Room for new opportunities that align better with who you're becoming. Room for people who understand you at a deeper level. Room for a life that actually fits the person you're growing into, not the person you used to be. But for that to happen, something has to go. And yes, it hurts. Go of something you once loved, something you once believed in, something you once saw as part of your future. It's never easy. You replay the memories. You question your decisions. You wonder if you could have done something differently to make it stay. But the truth is, if something is meant to stay, it won't require you to force it. It won't require you to lose yourself just to keep it. What's truly meant for you will come with alignment, not constant struggle. So if something is falling apart right now, if something is leaving your life despite your efforts to hold on to it, maybe it's not being taken from you. Maybe it's being cleared out for you. Because what's coming next needs space. Bigger opportunities require bigger room. Better things require deeper alignment. And the life you're being prepared for, it won't fit into the space of your old one. So trust the breakdown, even if it feels like everything is collapsing. Because sometimes things don't fall apart to end your story. They fall apart so a better one can finally begin. And that new beginning, it's not supposed to look like anyone else's. But that's where the pressure starts, isn't it? Because while your life feels uncertain, you look around and see everyone else moving forward. People your age seem settled. They seem successful. They seem like they have everything figured out. And without even realizing it, you start comparing. You measure your progress against theirs. You question your pace. You wonder why your journey feels slower, harder, more confusing. And slowly, thought creeps in. Am I falling behind? But here's the truth you need to hear right now. You're not behind. You're on a completely different path. And different paths come with different timelines. What works for someone else was designed for them. Their journey, their timing, their lessons, all of it is specific to who they are. Just like yours is specific to you. But when you compare your life to theirs, you start to lose sight of that. You start trying to force your story into a timeline that was never meant for you. And that's where frustration begins. Because now you're not just dealing with your own challenges. You're also carrying the weight of expectations that don't belong to you. You feel like you need to catch up, like you need to rush, like you need to have everything figured out by now. But what if your delay is intentional? The reason your path feels longer is because it's taking you somewhere deeper. Some people reach success quickly, but they're not ready to sustain it. Some people get what they want early, but they don't have the mindset to handle it. And eventually, they have to go back and learn the lessons they skipped. But you're being built differently. Every delay you're experiencing, every moment of uncertainty, every phase where nothing seems to move, it's not wasted time. It's preparation. Preparation that's shaping your mindset, your strength, your patience, your understanding. So when your moment comes, you're not just ready to receive it. You're ready to keep it. And that kind of readiness takes time, takes experiences that can't be rushed. It takes lessons that can't be skipped. It takes growth that happens quietly behind the scenes when no one else sees it. So stop looking at someone else's life as a measurement of yours. Because you don't know what they've skipped, and they don't know what you're being prepared for. Your path might feel slower, but it's more intentional. Your journey might feel harder, but it's more meaningful. And your timing, it's not late. It's precise. Exactly aligned with the person you're becoming and the life that's being built for you. And that precision, it often shows up in ways that feel like setbacks. Moments where you thought you were finally moving forward, only to feel like you've been pushed 10 steps back. Plans that seemed so close to working out, suddenly falling apart at the last second. Efforts you gave your time, your energy, your belief to, not giving you the results you expected. And it leaves you thinking, what's the point of all this? Why does it feel like I keep starting over? But what if you're not starting over? If you're being built up? Because what looks like a setback on the outside is often preparation on the inside. You're being shaped in ways you can't measure yet. Your patience is being tested. Your resilience is being strengthened. Your mindset is being refined. All in a season where it feels like nothing is happening. But something is happening. You just can't see it yet. Because real growth doesn't always show immediate results. Sometimes it happens quietly beneath the surface, in the moments where you feel stuck. You feel like nothing is changing. That's where the real work is being done. Think about it. If everything worked out too quickly, if every plan succeeded instantly, if every door opened the moment you knock it, would you be ready for what's behind it? Or would you walk into something you're not prepared to handle? Because the truth is, where you're going requires more from you than where you've been. It requires a stronger mindset, a deeper level of discipline, a version of you that doesn't give up the moment things get hard. And that version of you isn't built overnight. It's built through pressure, through delays, through moments where you have to keep going even when you don't see progress. That's what this season is doing. It's not blocking you. It's building you. Every setback is adding something to you, even if it's taking something away at the same time. It's teaching you how to handle uncertainty, how to stay grounded when things don't go your way, how to trust the process even when the process doesn't make sense. And those lessons, they're going to matter more than anything you've lost. Because when the right opportunity comes, the one that's truly aligned with your purpose, it won't just require talent or desire. It will require strength, consistency, clarity, and the ability to handle pressure without breaking. That's why this phase feels so heavy. Because you're being prepared for something that carries weight. Something bigger than what you've known before. So don't misinterpret this moment. Don't see it as failure. Don't see it as proof that you're not capable. See it for what it really is, training. Quiet, uncomfortable, unseen training. Shaping you into someone who won't just reach the next level, but someone who can actually stay there. And maybe the hardest part of all of this is not knowing when it will end. not knowing how long the confusion will last, how long the uncertainty will stay, how long you'll feel like you're walking in the dark without a map. You want answers. You want clarity. You want signs that tell you, yes, you're on the right path. But life rarely gives them in a neat package. Instead, it gives you moments that feel messy, moments that feel slow, moments where nothing seems to line up the way you thought it would. And that's exactly why it's hard, because you have no control. No control over who stays, who goes, what doors close, what opportunities are delayed. And that lack of control, it terrifies you. Because you've been trained to think that control equals safety, that having a plan equals success, that knowing every step equals certainty. But the truth is, the most important things in life rarely come with guarantees. The life you're being prepared for doesn't fit into a formula. It doesn't come with a predictable path or a timeline that someone else can give you. It comes when you're ready to receive it, when you've been shaped, stretched, and strengthened enough to handle it. And that's why this waiting, this uncertainty, this feeling of being lost is actually necessary. It's not punishment, it's preparation. It's not a delay, it's alignment. Because one day, you're going to look back at this exact moment, at these exact struggles, at these exact losses, and realize that every single one of them was orchestrated perfectly. That every door that closed, every plan that failed, every person who left, they were all making space for something bigger, something better, something aligned with your true purpose. And that's the secret. That's what you have to hold on to, even when it feels impossible. That you are not lost. You are not stuck. You are not behind. You are being guided. You are being redirected. You are being prepared for a version of life that requires more from you and offers more than you could have imagined. So when the confusion feels heavy, when the waiting feels endless, when the losses feel unbearable, remind yourself one day, everything will make sense. One day you'll see how the pieces fit together. You'll understand why you had to walk this path through this darkness to arrive exactly where you're meant to be. And until that day comes, trust the process. Even if you can't see the road ahead, even if you can't feel the direction, even if everything inside you is screaming that you're lost, you're not. You're being led. You're being redirected. You're being guided to something far bigger than you can imagine.